Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. We broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is over live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. With us is Shane Mickle with us from Las Vegas, home of the Super Bowl. Tony Brown, Wayne Scott, Zawacky, and then Alex Smart. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got the Smart, Brown, Mickle, Scott, Zawacky, then I will close this one out. All right, NBA on the board for tonight. 5 games as well. A few action on the ice and some action from college hoops. So let's get this show underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Alex in right now. Ready to roll with Alex. Alex, what's happening?
How you doing, Tony? We're going to go after some NBA tonight. It's the Golden State Warriors hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. The Warriors enter this Tuesday matchup against the visiting Philadelphia 76ers, coming off back-to-back high-scoring one-point losses, and even despite a couple of days' rest, may have issues to rise to the occasion here. I mean, those were high-scoring back and forth. Those were crazy contests. And like I said, even with a couple of days' rest, it may be very difficult for the Warriors to just, to run and gun here tonight. And I know the 76ers played last night, but this is a very well-conditioned version of the 76ers. And considering Golden State has lost 4 of the last 5 at home, it's not like they're, solid favorites here. And even if they do come up with a win, it's not going to be easy. Interesting notes here are trends. Golden State has failed to cover 8 of the last 9 ATS off a home loss, which was the case last time out, and have failed to cover 13 of their last 18 as a home favorite this season. So like I said, this is not a solid favorite. You're taking a qualified top-tier team, despite of the 76ers being on a 3-game losing streak. This is a top-tier team that plays well against these kinds of sides. Nurses 23 and 11 ATS versus good shooting teams, making 46% more of their shots while he's been a coach in Philadelphia. So it's not like the 76ers can't compete here. Unless they have an off game, I'm betting they compete. Play on the 76ers.
All right, Alex, let's go ahead and go with the 76ers here. Plus the 3.5 here against the Golden State Warriors. Of course, Warriors come off that tough game there against the Lakers. This was just back on Saturday. Of course, the Sixers on a back-to-back after that poor showing against Portland, where they pretty much got run off the court there by this young Trailblazers team. And of course, here's the situation here. We know there's no Maxey in the lineup. We now see that Embiid is probable with knee soreness. Morris is another rotational player that's obviously in question here. Looks like we got Curry, Thompson, Wiggins, Kuminga, Green in there for the Warriors. Embiid still in question mark.
Well, despite of Curry being all excited about Green being back in the lineup, I don't know. He might bring some fire back into this Warriors lineup. This is an older Warriors lineup. I don't know. Just the way they played those 2 games, it was just horrendous defense, great offense, just fire burners. I mean, we love to watch games like that. But 3 times in a row trying to get up off the mat and just speed. I don't know. And we've got a 76ers club here that is redemption minded tonight. Still deep enough, despite of some of the injuries, to really make this a game. So I'm in for taking the points. And like I said, nothing comes easy for Golden State these days.
No, not at all. Here we got Alex here, 76ers here, plus the 3.5. That's where we see it right now against the Warriors. This is your doubleheader game over on TNT for action. All right, Alex, let's look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board tonight. Also, a lot of college hoops, a couple on the ice. Alex doing great work here in the NBA this year. 465 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dog Premium, so you can verify those numbers simply by going over to Alex's handicapper page. You'll see them right there. All right, what do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, tonight we've got some college basketball selections. We got 5 of them. Starts at 7 o'clock. I've got that Celtics-Pacers side selection. That starts very soon also. And I have 1 NHL total. It's a strong total. Join me. Let's make some money. We've got lots of sports, lots of action going forward. If you get a 1-month package now, you'll be able to join me in through the Super Bowl. Close to 59% already in playoff football this year. So let's see if we can jack it up over 60% cash with our Super Bowl selection.
That's right, guys. Got more of the Alex Spot over at Pick.com. Great results here in the NBA. Showing great results over the last 30 days. No better time now to get on board with the long-term pass. Remember that 1 month pass recovery through the Super Bowl, as well as all the NBA, college hoops, and NHL here from Alex. With all these sports overlapping, your great time right now to get these all sports passes. Pick is that promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. See that success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Take care, John. Thank you.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive to. Let's continue on here on the show. Up next, we're bringing in Tony Brown. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're talking, of course, the site of the Super Bowl this year. Tony Brown, how's it going? Vegas is ready for this.
Yes. Titletown, USA. It's only right the Super Bowl is here this year.
That's right. Super Bowl tonight. It will be 49ers and Chiefs. So I'll get a quick look here at the numbers here. This one's kind of bouncing around. We saw a point and a half now. We see 49ers up to 2, the sharpest book in the world. That is some sharp money move there because it was 1.5 earlier. We see the total sitting here at 47, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, somebody just dropped $1 million. You got the first $1 million bettor. Despite what you guys see on the internet, everybody has $1 million ticket with screenshots and Photoshop. But officially from Caesars Sportsbook, the report, the first $1 million bettor had dropped $1 million on San Francisco. So that line went from 1.5 to 2. It's up there now, and we'll see what happens. I have a definite play on the game. You know, we finished number 1 in the NFL this season, have 70% in the postseason. Not going to wait to the end to, fall off, man. I have a Super Bowl bet that's locked and loaded. I'm going to put it up for sale right after the show. We're all in on this one. But, yeah, I'm just giving you the free pick on this one, and it might be just as good as my Super Bowl bet. Just because it's a free pick doesn't mean it's not good. We're going to probably bet as much money, if not more. This is a super max bet, and it's a prop bet. It's Travis Kelce anytime touchdown score. Now, I want to get past the conspiracy theories. I don't care about that stuff. We're sports bettors over here. That's just for the fans, Taylor Swift, all that junk. But, I mean, he just broke Jerry Rice's playoff reception record. If that's not a go-to receiver, I don't know what is. Jerry Rice was the number 1 wideout. This guy is a tight end, and he just broke his reception record. He's Patrick Mahomes' everything. He's his go-to for big plays. He's his scapegoat. He's his emergency blanket. Him not scoring a touchdown in this Super Bowl, I just don't see how it wouldn't happen. The Super Bowl is sponsored by State Farm, and they're going to run Mahomes and Auto commercials all through the game. He's his red zone target. Even if they're outside the red zone, he can hit them from about 25 to 30 yards out for a score. He's the number 1 receiver on the team. He's the number 1 receiver in the NFL playoffs of all time. Him not scoring a touchdown in this game, I just don't see how it doesn't happen. The only way it doesn't happen is if they pull another performance like they pulled when they played Tom Brady and they scored 9 points, all field goals. That was the one-off. They learned their lesson. They were going up against the GOAT. Things happen. I don't ever see that happening again. Mahomes going for his 3rd ring. He has to go to his guy. Travis Kelce plus 105 to score a touchdown is almost a gift. So we're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. It's too good to pass up, so we won't. And we're all in max bet, anytime touchdown score, Travis.
All right, we got Tony Brown here on Travis Kelce here. Anytime a touchdown score here in this one. Anytime means it could be a receiving touchdown. It could be a rushing touchdown. Anytime touchdown here. And, Tony Brown, Kelce was on a touchdown slump since week 8 all the way until the regular season. He had 1 touchdown, didn't play week 18, but in the playoffs, 3 touchdowns in 3 games.
Right. I mean, like I said, everyone was down in the Chiefs, the worst receiving core this year. This is Patrick Mahomes' hardest year. Yeah. This is why I'm such a fan of Eli Manning. I don't care about regular season stats. I don't care about people showing off and showing out and then not doing anything when it counts. They went through their slumps at the right time, and they're absolutely cooking right now. Like you said, he's got 3 touchdowns in the playoffs in only 2 games. So for him to not score in the biggest game on stage, the biggest day, his girlfriend is there, the biggest pop star in the world, their kiss was like, that was the biggest ratings of the Super Bowl. Before Andy Reid, before the AFC Championship MVP trophies got handed out, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce kissing was like the hottest thing going. So he's show up and show motivated, and he's hot at the right. Chiefs are hot at the right time, And if they have any chance of winning this game, if they don't get a TD by their big tight end from their all-star quarterback and the dynamic duo, they don't have a chance. And I do think they have a chance. So I think Travis Kelce scoring is going to be it. Like I said, I don't want to look the gift horse in the mouth, and I don't want to, overhype it, because it could not happen. Things happen, but man, this is almost as good as the sun shining in the morning.
There you go. Tony Brown here. Kelce, anytime touchdown, plus 105. He got hot. He got the 3 touchdowns the last 2 playoff games. And, of course, the 49er defense comes in question, giving up 260 yards passing, 182 yards rushing to the 49ers. The 49ers giving up that many yards to the Lions. And we've seen some issues with the 49ers pass defense in recent games against the Lions. We saw it against the Eagles. We saw it against the Seahawks. Baltimore, they're able to throw the football. You get to around the 5-yard line, I'm thinking you're probably going to throw instead of give it to Pacheco against this Niners defense.
You could, but it's an anytime touchdown scorer thing, so he can also, that little shuffle pass that they love to do where he backs up, but then here comes Kelce right up the middle, a little small shuffle. He can get a rushing touchdown. It could be a trick play. Andy Reid, Super Bowl trick play, something's got to give. Pacheco score too. That would be probably anytime score, but here's the thing. The Super Bowl record for rushing touchdowns is only 2. It was the guy from the New England Patriots. When he scored that second touchdown, that was the record. Running backs don't really get off in the Super Bowl. So he gets down to the goal line, just like you're calling it now early. I'm pretty sure San Francisco is going to have something for that. So I think one of those jump passes to Kelce, or, a little small bootleg rollout to Kelce, even a play action down there. I think they're all be for Pacheco. Pacheco may score once, but if he scores more than once, now we're talking about Super Bowl record time. So it's a lot of production from the running backs. I think this is going to be an air it out type game.
All right, Tony Brown here on Kelce, anytime touchdown, plus 105, Super Bowl Sunday. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. NBA on the board tonight. Lots of college hoops as well. Tony Brown having a fantastic year in the NFL. You see the numbers there. 1,959 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Document. You can verify those numbers simply by going to Tony's handicapper page. You'll check them out there. All right, Tony Brown, what do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, we had a light day today. It's only 5 games in the NBA. I picked them all. The NBA Tuesday top 5. It was 5 games. They had great spreads, great lines, great totals. I was able to find some value in each and every one of the games. So we have a 5 play in the NBA tonight. And there was only 2 games in hockey, but we only needed one of them. I have a max bet in the NHL, the top play on the ice. Like I said, there was only 2 games, but we only played 1. So that's 6 plays in total. You can get them all individually for $25, or you can bundle them up and get the 5 play or the single game in the NHL and break your bookie 6 times tonight.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dog. Great results from Tony Brown here in the NFL. 1,959 units of profit, all documented. You can verify those simply by going to Tony Brown's handicapper page over at Pick Dog. You can see every play that he's entered into the system. It's been a fantastic year in the NFL, one of the leaders here in NFL. But not just that, this year showing profit, last 30 days showing profit, last 7 days as well. All sports combined, no better time to get that 1 month pass to cover the Super Bowls, as well as all of Tony Brown's premium plays here from the NBA, college hoops, as well as the NHL. As we know, Tony Brown is firing here in the NHL this year with nearly 1,300 units of profit. So no better time than now to get that 1 month pass. Pick as a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, as always, good having you on the show. To that great success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days. And of course, we talked about before, Vegas will be a popular destination this Super Bowl, not only for the watch the game live, but all the shenanigans in the sports books. Oh, we lost Tony Brown there, got him on frozen.
Yeah,
no. There you go. There you go. You're back.
I said the tickets are like $9,000 to go to the Super Bowl. A lot of people are going to the game, but the festivities and all the stuff going on around, the top level chefs out here cooking up foods, the pregame parties, the Pro Bowl parties, like they're just gonna have a lot of events going on. Some free, some paid stuff. But I think like half the world is gonna be in Vegas for this Super Bowl Sunday weekend, and I can't wait. Yeah, it should be exciting there from Tony Brown. Check him out. All right, Tony Brown, have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days. All right, always appreciate being here, Tony, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. See you in a couple days. Tony Brown here on the drive through. Let's continue on here. College hoops action next up with Shane, Big 12. Catch him over at Pick.Prim. We'll bring Shane in right now. Ready to go with Shane. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
Things going great. All right, here we go. Big 12 action. College hoops tonight features Oklahoma at Kansas State. We see K-State laying 3 here. Total sits about 140.
Yeah, as a Kansas fan, I hate what I'm about to say, but I bet with my with the numbers, not with my heart. So I really like Kansas State in this game. Oklahoma, got out that fast start this season. They're slumping a little bit, coming in this game having lost 2 straight. But the thing I'm more concerned about is their road play, even more than what they've done the last couple of days. They're 1-2 on the road. The one win came against Cincinnati, and the 2 losses came against Kansas and TCU. Now I think that this Kansas State team is closer to Kansas and TCU than they are to Cincinnati. This is an Oklahoma team that struggled to play defense on the road, and Kansas State is going to definitely exploit that here. I think Kansas State has no issue running up the score with the lack of defense by Oklahoma, and I think that they're gonna win this game with ease. I think they win this game by 6 or 7. I think this should be a pretty comfortable winner. I'm going to take Kansas State laying the points.
Kansas State laying the points here, laying the 3 here against Oklahoma. Familiar tune with this Oklahoma team last year was just a complete disaster in conference play. 3-4 this year. They did pick up some wins against West Virginia and Cincinnati, Iowa State at home, but they had struggles there in those road games at TCU and Kansas. They had a pretty good non-conference, but it wasn't one of the tougher schedules.
Yeah, and you see everyone has struggled in conference play. The Big 12, everyone's just kind of beating each other up. So these mid-level Big 12 teams. These games are important. The Kansas States, the Oklahomas, because they really need to pick up those wins for March Madness. Yeah, Oklahoma doesn't want a repeat of last year where they really struggled in conference play. And it's hard to imagine that they missed the tournament with because you have to imagine they're going to pick up a couple Big 12 wins, especially with the way they play at home. But yeah, I just think that with the way they play defense, or their inability to play defense on the road, even with this Kansas State team not all the time pushing the pace, I think that they'll be happy to speed Oklahoma up here.
Yeah, that was an ugly loss at home to Texas, and then they had that close one to Texas Tech. Kansas State laying 3 here against Oklahoma tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight we have NBA. We got some college hoops as well. Shane, what do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've got just a 3-pack up there. My 2 best college basketball plays. Best NBA play, $39.99. I'm already looking ahead at this weekend. I love this college basketball card. This is a huge basketball card on Saturday, and with NFL basically out of the way. The Super Bowl is still coming up, but this is when college basketball takes center stage on Saturdays and Sundays. I love this weekend's card. I'll have plenty of plays up, so make sure to lock on that. If you're not that long-term pass, $39.99 for 3 plays, or you can hop on the long-term pass and save some money that way. So make sure to look at that 3 or 7 day pass, and let's make some money together.
That's right, guys. Got to with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dog Premium. Get the long-term pass, the way to go with Shane. All sports pass covers all of Shane's releases, NBA, college hoops, as well as NHL this week. Use promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Shane, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. But let everybody know we can catch your written work over at Pick Dog Sports Chat.
Yeah, just because the NFL season's over. The winter season is just heating up with the NBA. My Timberwolves are still held on to first place in the Western Conference yesterday with their win over Oklahoma City. College basketball, of course, NHL, UFC. A couple big UFC cards coming up. Everyone's talking about UFC 300. The main event hasn't been announced yet, but make sure to check out all those articles between Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. You can basically get 3 opinions on every game if there's a video out. If you go to the video and then Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs, so make sure to you're best informed with checking out those articles.
Check out the articles while research with Shane Mickle. All right, Shane, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We recap at the end of the day. Stay tuned for that. I've got a comment here from someone here on the trying to sign in here. What do we got here? To NBA plays today. Yeah, the way the format works here on the drive-thru is basically we do a group email. I let the guys know what's on the tap, and they give me the pick they want to give. I don't force the games. I don't look at the fan match or look at the TV game. Say, okay, I need this one from you. That one. You give me your pick. That's how it works best. these guys pick the games they like. They're going to own them, and you'll get better results that way when you allow the cappers to choose the games they like. So it may not be the most popular games, it may not be the TV games. More importantly, is that you get winning tickets, and more importantly, the cappers are in tune to the game and something they like. So that's really how the format works here on the drive-thru, is that we don't really force plays from any of the cappers. They come in, we just don't, only thing we ask is we don't cover the same game twice, just for show purposes, right? Be redundant to have to cover the same game. We have the same game more than once. So that's how it works here. The cappers pick the games, and we really like the games for tonight. We threw in short NBA cards to allow that NFL prop to come in, but anyway, for the most part, it will be games for today, and the cappers choose the games that are available on the board. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, it's time for Wayne Scott. Here comes NBA from Wayne. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Prim. We'll do a rundown with Wayne here. So this on this card. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Prim. We'll bring Wayne in right now. Ready to roll here in just a second with Wayne Scott. Wayne, what's happening? You're on mute there, Wayne. See if we get Wayne. Okay, Wayne will decide to sign back out again here with Wayne tonight. We'll be there. You go. We got it.
All right, what's going on, Pete? Fam, what's going on, T? My bad.
Yeah, it's going great, going great. All right, here we go tonight. Jazz and Knicks going head to head here. We see the Knicks favor 3, the total 230.5.
Yeah, man. Jazz was rolling, but now the Knicks are rolling. Knicks are on a 7-game winning streak, and they're doing it predominantly on defense, although they have been doing it from offense too, especially hitting the 3. Knicks, number 1 in rebound, going against Utah, number 2 in rebound, so we should definitely have battle of the boards. I do expect the Knicks to drop off a little bit with the injury due to Julius Randle, but they still got a lot of rough guys that hit the boards. This Knicks team has been solid at home, 8-2 in their last 10 games at home, and they've been solid as a home favorite, 10-6, hitting that 62% clip, and they win those games. When they do win those games, they win those games by a margin of about 11 points. Offensively, these teams are both averaging around the same points. Jazz 11th and 117, and the Knicks at 115, but the Knicks are more offensive efficient. They are more offensively efficient. While on the other side of the ball, the defense, man, the Jazz are not playing no defense at all. They're bottom 5 worst in defense, and while the Knicks are a top team in defense and they're 8th in defensive efficiency, the Knicks have not done well in equal rest. The Knicks have not done well off of back-to-backs, only 3-6. But both of these teams are coming off the back-to-back, and the Knicks are the second best team when it comes to equal rest. And Jazz are coming off a 5-game road skid. A lot of traveling for the Jazz right now. When the Jazz lose, they normally lose big and they lose in bunches. And when they win in bunches. I think they end the road trip with a loss, even with OG not in there. And I think the Knicks cover. Check the lines. You can get them at about 3. I got it at 3.5. But no OG. Now we're down to 3. But I still like the Knicks here.
Yeah, late word here. Late injury coming in. No OG tonight. So that one comes down to 3. Great win on -3. With the line move in this one. Yeah, that is right here, as Wayne was talking about. It's been this Knicks team defensively and offensively over this 5-game stretch, averaging almost 126 points per 100 possessions. Utah giving up 126 per 100 possessions. So, again, Utah playing that fast pace, give up a lot of points they can score. But the Knicks has really seen a burst in offense of late.
Yes, sir. We've seen some offense from the Knicks, and it's predominantly coming from the three-pointer line. Now, really off the bench with guys like Grimes and a few other role players coming in, and they're knocking down the 3-ball at a high clip. They're without Randle in this lineup, they're really moving the ball a lot more, not playing more so ISO ball off of Randle. They used to look to get Randle going and Randle ditch out to the shooters. Now they're just straight swinging, running, and gunning. And it's working for them right now offensively while still maintaining the defense. Jazz been playing well offense, and a lot of that is due to them having a hot bench right now. Their bench is scorching, but just like the starters, you get no defense from the Jazz's bench or starters. It's just a community of no defense for the Jazz. It makes it hard to back on the road.
Yeah, tough to back there with this Jazz team on the road. Not really getting that defensive effort from them here. Wayne here on the Knicks. Now laying the 4 with OG out of this lineup. All right, Wayne, let's do a bit of a rundown here from the NBA. games not covered on the show. Today will be one of them, including the Lakers and the Hawks here. News coming in with no Davis. James still questionable. This is back-to-back third game in 4 nights. Boston on tap for the Lakers on Thursday. We have the Hawks laying 6 now, total 247.5.
Yeah, I lean to the Lakers here. I just can't take the Hawks with this many laying this many points at home. Every once in a while they'll cover these. Just every blue moon, as we know, the Hawks are the worst team ATS. But every blue moon they'll cover these. But most of the time it's against a bad team. You're trying to cover 6 points against a Lakers team that's not that just lost. Can't do that right now. And this Laker team, when they put it together and want to play, they can dominate in the post and they can get it going. They still have the top players with some good role players too. So I know I don't care who's in that line. I just know that these guys will come in motivated to win on the road, giving me 6 points with them. I'll take it. Slight lean to the over too. Lakers 7-3 to the over in their last 10. And Atlanta hasn't been going over, but they've went over 3 times in a row. Just not playing no defense. So this number's 247 for a reason. I think they get above there. Both of these teams giving up about 220 plus in the last 3 games.
All right, we'll continue here on the rundown. Pacers and Celtics going head-to-head. Celtics laying 8, total 247.5. Some late news here. No Mathurin, no McConnell for the Pacers. Smith questionable. Horford and Cornette out for Boston.
Yeah, this Pacers team is very deep. I would like to see Benedict in there, but even without Benedict, these guys have plenty of guys that can come in and force the issue. That's the reason why I'm taking the Pacers, really. I like the bench matchup. Starters for starters, I think these guys are going to bang it out pretty well and be pretty equal. But when it comes to the bench, I think the bench for the Pacers can come in here and keep it close. I do think the Celtics win, but we do know the Celtics are off a back-to-back. It's just tough to come in here and beat a team like the Pacers, who are surging right now after a slow start with the trade. Now they're starting to play well. It's just way too many points to take with this Pacers team. We've seen them cover this number over time against the Celtics often. I think they're 6-4 in their last 10 ATS against the Celtics. So I'm going to ride with the Pacers here.
Yeah, the news of this game is Tyrese Halliburton returns from a hamstring injury tonight. We'll see how he plays. Let's see here if there's any. What do you think? There might be some minutes restriction since it's a hamstring. How do you see Halliburton's play tonight?
Yeah, I definitely heard that they might possibly they'll weigh it out, but it is a possibility that there'll be a minutes restriction on Halliburton, which is a plus minus. You know, sometimes you look at it like somebody like Halliburton might throw the groove off. So if you see him in there playing well, he's not complaining about his injuries, I'm pretty sure they'll leave him in there. But if you see him in there and he's messing up the flow, it might as well give it excuse of the injury and sit him for a while. So I basically think it'll be based off the flow of the game, Tony. If the flow of the game is going good for him and they'll keep him in there. If it's going bad and things aren't going good, they'll have a reason to sit him coming off an injury.
There we go. Continue on here. We just covered Jazz and Knicks. We move over to Raptors and Bulls tonight. The Raptors here, the Dogs here. Bulls laying 6.5. The total 227.5. Injuries here for Toronto. No Barrett, no Podol, and Quickly out again. Quickly's been hurt a lot of late. On the Chicago side, Craig Levine-Williams out with Bulls a home favorite.
Yeah, Bulls been getting busy at home. Bulls been a great turnaround to the season since Zach LaVine has stepped out. But with all that being said, it's just too many points for me to lay, even with the Raptors missing some guys. These are two of the similar style teams, two teams that like to come in, emphasize defense first, and you never really know what you're getting out of them offensively. But I think the Raptors can step up here in this spot on the road. I like to back the Raptors at times like this when the world's kind of against them and calling them crap, thinking they're not going to do well. They normally step up in spots like this. They're not a bad team. Going against good teams, they might be bad, but going against a team like the Bulls, I think this is just way too many points. Maybe if this was 3.5, we look the Bulls' way, but at the 6.5, I'm definitely looking at Raptors' way.
Look at Raptors in this spot. All right, we covered 76ers and Warriors and with pick number 1, and then we got you covered in the NBA. Boy, we got through them all. Yeah, we did. It's a 5-game card. That's what I'm thinking about. Tomorrow's a 10-game card. That's right. So we got the 5-game card. Of course, Wayne here will be laying 3 here with Knicks against the Jazz. Actually, it is 3. I'm seeing some 2s in some places, 2.5 in some places. Deer line chopping. Get the best number in this one. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we have NBA. Lots of college hoops as well. A few on the ice. What do you have going over at Pick Dog Premium?
Yeah, I have 3 plays in college basketball. I love this college basketball card today, and I have 1 play in the NBA. I have a 3-pack, which will include 2 college basketballs and 1 NBA, and I have my best bet in the NBA out for sale individually. So if you want to get on the bets that I'm on today, just head over to the site and grab those. Or you can grab my 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day pass, and you can get all my bets as soon as I drop them, and my bets for the next day early as well. So pair me up with one of these fine handicappers, and let's get money this week.
That's right, guys. Got with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Premium. Good results in college hoops this year. Get on board with Wayne. A long-term pass will serve you well. Remember that 7-day pass. Get you all of Wayne's premium plays for this week. All the NBA college hoops will be in action on the ice as well. Remember that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll be able to save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotions are also available, so get signed up. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But let everybody know you have a video series over at Pick Dog with your boxing.
Yes, sir. We have a video boxing series. Some good cards starting to get cooked up, so you'll definitely see those dropping soon. Heavyweight events, and some of the younger fighters are starting to a lot of talk right now, but there's supposed to be some serious talk. So hopefully we'll get some big announcements soon, and I'll be dropping those. Even if it's just talks about fights that we want to see, I'll be able to drop that pretty soon.
There you go, guys. Check out Wayne over at Pick Dog Premium on the video series boxing. Those drop in there, and make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications so when these videos drop, you get them right away. Get the best numbers. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T, I'll catch you. Good luck with all your bets tonight, Pick Dog family. Get at y'all.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive through. Let's continue on. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. We got Saturn here. Said Halliburton on a minute's restriction at home versus not at home, at the Celtics here is a bad look. I just think that's what the most, especially with hamstring injuries, knee injuries, somebody coming off an injury like that. I think a lot of coaches, a lot of teams, especially with somebody like Halliburton, they're always going to take precaution. And it's just thrown out there. He might be on a minute's restriction. We'll see how it goes. But they want to test it hamstring, make sure he's 100%. It was a bad look when he went down, and fortunately it was just the hamstring. I thought, oh my God, I hope it wasn't a knee. We don't like to see these stars. It's not good for the game when we have loose stars like this. But fortunately, he will be in the lineup tonight. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time for Rod Zawacky. He's been very good to us here in the drive-thru. We'll bring him in right now. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. We'll bring Rod in right now. Also runs the NHL video series A to Z, every game on the board from the ice. So let's bring in Rod right now. Ready to roll with Rod. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. Wrapping up the just before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Just checking out the videos. 3 videos tomorrow, and I threw in the parlay there. Even with the 3 videos, I found a parlay. I threw one in there for tomorrow, so definitely tune in for that. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Local Pick Dogs channel near you.
That's right. Let's Pick Dog channel near you. Keep an eye on that. Tonight we're on the ice here. The late game tonight features Kraken and Sharks. Kraken road favorites, total 6.
Yeah, you look at this one. Both teams, you know what, playing pretty good the last couple, the last 10. You look Seattle 5-4-1 in their last 10, and the Sharks 4-5-1 in their last 10. But you look head to head, this Seattle team is dominant over the Sharks. Winners of 6 of their 8 meetings in the lone, quiet little history of the Seattle Kraken. They played once already this season, and man, Seattle whooped up the Sharks. It was 7-1 in that one. So what do you think you're going to get for the Sharks in this one? Looks like Blackwood's going to get the start for the Sharks in this one, and he's had his ups and downs this season. And who are you going to get on the other side? It's going to be DeCord getting the start for Seattle. And guess what? Those are the exact same 2 goalies that we've seen in the 7-1 beatdown. So I'm not even going to complicate this. I think Seattle just playing the better hockey. If you look, Seattle is definitely lighting the lamp. Sharks, they lost to Buffalo last time out. They've won 3 of their last 4 and played not bad hockey, but you know what? The way Seattle dominates San Jose, as I said, they whooped them 7-1. Winners of 4 of the last 5. I got to go with the Seattle Kraken here in this one. And you get them at a nice plus price. I'm not laying the minus 243. We're going to lay the puck line. I think they win by 2 or 3. And then they're beat down by the Kraken on the Sharks.
All right, looking for a beat down here with the Kraken here against the Sharks team that, had some issues scoring. They had gone on a little bit of a run here of beating teams like the Ducks, the Kings, probably not much there. But they got the surprise win against the Rangers. Of course, Rangers on that road trip. Then Buffalo comes in on here and got past them 5-2 here. But the Rangers were in that road trip out west.
That Rangers on that road trip, they got a nice win against the Rangers. That Rangers did not look good on that West Coast road trip, as do a lot of teams. And the Kings, well, we know what the Kings have been doing, slumping. So they took advantage of a Kings team that was definitely on the slump in that one. Battled and got the shootout win. Look how many, the last few have battled to overtime. I don't see any overtime in this one. I think the Kraken and Decord, just like he did last time in the previous meeting, Decord shut down the Sharks and held them to their average of 1 goal, and I think he does it again. He's the reason Decord, why the Kraken have started to win. Expect to see Grubauer at some point. I think they're going to give him the rest all the way to the All-Star break before we see him. So Decord's, I figured at one point we would see Grubauer for the Kraken as he came back from injury, but he just rode the bench, and Decord's been riding right along. So I think he does it again here.
In the road trip prior, we did see the Kraken take care of business early on in that road trip back east. It was against the easier competition. They took care of Buffalo, Washington, Columbus on the road pretty handily.
Right? That's when they got on that streak. That was the beginning of that road trip where they won those 3, and I think they got tied. They ran into a Pittsburgh team that was heating up, and then the Rangers at home were tough. And then the Oilers, I can't blame them for those losses there for the Kraken. But these are the games they must win. They're battling after their slow start as well. And if they want to at least make some noise again this year in the playoffs, well, they got to win these games.
Yeah, when the Kings are falling, they're falling. They can be had. So everyone's trying to get into that.
Where do you begin? It's just like, I don't know, the snowball effect for the Kings, and it's just been rolling right along down the hill they go.
Yep. It's been rough there. All right, before we get your bonus, Rod, let everybody know what you have going over at Pick.com. Tonight it's Kraken here, plus lay the puck and a half, plus 110 against the Sharks. Tonight, 10:30 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Rod, have monster past 30 days, 1,326 units of private. Rod has been on absolute fire here for 2024 and into late 2023, because these are numbers dating into the end of the year. What do you have going over at Pick.com?
Last year.
Yeah,
rolled over last year right into this year and continue to take the bookies' money. So tonight over at Pick.com Premium, I've got 3 college basketball plays I absolutely love. Nice little bird cage for everybody over there. And then I got my top play on the ice, my NHL sniper play. We've hit 2 of the last 3 on it, so jump aboard. As everybody says before me, jump aboard something long term. That's the most savings to you, and you get more plays that way. More winners, as you can see. We've been crushing the book, so you don't want to miss out on any plays that I've been giving out. And the best way to do that is to jump aboard long term. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off. Join me as we continue to crush the books. It's almost March Madness. Grab a month pass. That'll take you right into the end of the conference tournaments and stuff, and it'll get you the Super Bowl, and right through the All-Star break. And we'll kick back with the hockey right to the end of February. So jump aboard. Let's continue to crush the books.
Absolutely, guys. Jump aboard with Rod Zawacky. Long-term pass 1 month is great. Now, guys, pick us a promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Rod, you've been very good to us here in the drive-thru. What do you got with the bonuses?
Bonuses tonight. You know what? We're gonna go. We're gonna dig into this game, and this is one guy who struggled for Seattle to score is Andrei Burakovsky, struggling to score. He can't even shoot the puck in the net. He's went under his total shots 4 of the last 5. Take under 1.5 shots for Andrei Burakovsky of Seattle, and also take under his points. He hasn't got a point in at least 5 games. 4 out of the last 5 games He's been struggling to get any points, and take the under if you want. Parlay those up, and then also there's a couple more. One that might be hidden, kind of like right over here. See here, I think somebody wins by 20 tonight. We know that Louisville defense. Oh, hey! Remember Louisville last year?
Oh yes.
And they're awful. So see, I like to drop hints like this. I'll drop a little hat on my head here and there. Sometimes we like to drop a hat back over here behind me.
Oh yes, get the little. Yep, you can get it. Pouilleville. That's what we call them.
Right? So, yeah, exactly. I drop little hints here and there where you might find another winner. I like Clemson tonight. Big. By 20. We can think they said it. I think they win by 20 plus. Clemson at home. I think they shut down defense. It's going to be tough for Louisville to keep up in that one.
Yeah, they're talking here, Rod, on NHL Network about the Oilers' trade deadline approach. It looks to me that they want to stand pat. They don't want to mess with the chemistry.
We added you know what? If you can add a couple depth pieces, I don't see why not. Like throw another defenseman, he can ride the bench, just in case someone gets hurt. I don't see any problems with that. But are you really going to mess with what's going on right now? I don't think so. How can you? They're on the brink of tying the record. If they go into Vegas and get that win, that'll be 17th straight, tying a record held by the Pittsburgh Penguins, I believe. I'd have to double check. 17 straight wins. And the next time out, I think it's in Anaheim. Plus the record of 18 straight. So, and you're not going to mess the way it is. It's proven now that it's shown that maybe it was the coaching change. The way that Knobloch has come in, or these Oilers, and changed the system up. If you look, the way that the Oilers play some defense, and they sit back, and what they've done, instead of what the Oilers used to do, was they used to try to drive and go. But now they sit back a little bit more. They wait for you to mess up, and then as soon as you mess up, they pounce, and they rip it in the score. And then they've got the play from Skinner. Look at Skinner, 12 wins in net for the Oilers. People forgot it was only his second year, so he had a rough start to start the year. So what? It happens. Guess what? It's only his second year in the NHL. Give the guy a break. Now look at him go. He's beaten Grant Fuhr's records. I'm excited for the future. It's gonna be good, but I don't think they messed it up. I don't think he messed the chemistry up too much. I think you might see a couple trades though. Like I said, if you can pick up a piece here and there, add another defenseman, maybe throw in another centerman if you got it, why not?
You're good with the goaltending going into the playoffs?
Split it up a little more on 3 lines. Yeah, exactly. Get ready to go for the playoff run because you know it's going to be deep, and it's always one of those runs we seem to gas. When we hit Colorado, we hit like a brick wall that last time, and then we just looked dead versus Vegas. We had no answers, and I think this year's a little different. Look at us go.
Yeah, because you're going to have to get by one of them.
And starting to play like a team.
I think you're going to either get the wild card in the first round, right? You'll probably the wild card in the first round, and then you'll probably get the Vegas Vancouver winner, right?
Well, the Canucks Oilers would be one heck of a series. I'd love to see the Canucks. I know it's Canadian team head to head. I'd love to, but Canucks versus Oilers. Oh man, I'm excited. We've got some games in hand, so definitely moving up the schedule, we can go. So it's bring on the playoffs.
Bring on the playoffs. That's right. You might get the Kings at 1 versus 4. The Kings hang on to the wild card. You might get the Kings again.
Kings could come out of their slump. They still got half a season to go. Kings got lots of time to wake up. But how long do you keep that coach for? If I'm the Kings, I wouldn't give him too much more leash.
That was prolonged leash.
It is, yeah. I think the Oilers sloppy seconds got to go.
Let's see who the coach is. Ontario Reign head coach, because I think that's where you're going to go. At this time of the year, you probably go into the AHL this late in the season, right? I think that's
the AHL.
So let's see who the Ontario Reign head coach is right now. That's Marco Sturm, a former.
Nothing wrong with Marco Sturm. I remember Marco Sturm. He played with St. Louis. So out of the Blues system, definitely is Sturm. So yeah, definitely. And hey, the Blues
45-year-old Sturm. He was an assistant with the Kings for about 4 years. Got moved over. Spent time with the Sharks. Spent time here with. Let's see what else we have. Let me scroll down a little bit. He spent time with the Bruins.
I think he started with this.
Yeah,
I think he played on the Blues. I remember Marco Sturm on the Blues.
I got Michael Sturm here. Sharks. No, Sharks, Bruins, Kings for a year, 2011.
Sharks and Bruins.
Washington, Vancouver, Florida. He had a cup of coffee there at the end of the season there. And then he played on the German national team. He was assistant coaching career. He was the coach of the German national team. He guided to a German title there. And what else do we have? As we said, he was named assistant coach of the LA Kings following the firing of John Stevens. So then he was assigned to the Reign here. So he's probably the coach in waiting here. We could probably get an announcement here. Marco Sturm, who is currently the coach of the Ontario Reign, the AHL team. I think he's the guy, I would think the leading contender to take over, right?
I would think so too. You always usually take from the junior team and bring him up to promote him. And if he was the assistant for a while, why not give him a shot?
Yeah,
give him the coach's job. See, can't hurt.
Can't hurt. At this
cannot
point.
hurt. It can't hurt. You can't just keep taking L's. You can't just keep taking these L's for the Kings. L after L after L, and it's like it's not been like it's some of them have been ugly L's.
Oh yeah.
Where you played the great game and you still get the loss.
What kind of style is Sturm? What would you see Sturm? What would you see him bringing to the team if he comes over?
So you look at Sturm and the way he played hockey. He did play. He was a winger, so he's a little more offense, and his offense he can bring. We seen that offense the way it was rolling. That was the best part we seen from the Kings at the start of the season. That offense was clicking, and they were scoring goals like in bunches. And I was like, "Holy man!" They started scoring goals, and then they started to take that defense. But I think Sturm's an aggressive coach, and I think you see more of an offensive team.
He played professionally.
We know the Kings can score. We know we can score. So how much you play a little bit of defense, more offense. I think they're trying to do a little more too much defensive, and that's why. And Doughty's getting mad at it.
Yeah, he's getting mad.
Doughty's he's the defensive guy, right?
Yeah.
He's the big defensive player that's all defense, and that's and you guys have more offensive players that want to go and roll. We want to roll and score. We want to beat teams 5-3.
All right.
Doughty's like, come on, I want to win 2-1.
Yep, keep an eye there. Keep an eye. We could see a coach Jane with the Kings. Sturm is probably the guy in waiting in the AHL Ontario Reign Farm Club for the Kings. All right, Rod. As always, let everybody know about your video series. We can catch you on the Hockey A to Z.
Yeah, definitely make sure you're subscribed and you turn those notifications on. That way you get notified when newest content drops. 3 videos, as I said, going tomorrow. Plus, I threw in a parlay there. 2-teamer I love tomorrow, and that'll send us right into the All-Star break. And I'll probably figure out something for the All-Star break. Find a hockey video to throw out there, either on the skills or on the actual All-Star game itself. Once we get some odds on the game itself, I haven't seen anything pop out yet on the All-Star game odds, but it won't be long. Usually pops out right after the coaches do a picking of players. Usually. Teams versus teams kind of thing, right? So
yeah, we have team versus team, and I don't know, maybe Rod look in the PWHL. Unless it's their All-Star.
I keep watching. You know what? I've watched a few games now.
Yeah.
Very entertaining hockey.
It is.
But give me a little bit.
Get a little bit of time.
Still got it's just started the year. We still got lots. Don't worry. You know me.
They're in their All-Star break right now too. What's going on with this? They're on their All-Star break. Their All-Star game's Thursday.
I think their season. I think the PWL season is going to be a little short season this year. They just wanted to test it out, test the market out, and see what kind of response they've got for everybody. You know what? It's been huge.
It is.
People have actually loved it. People have tuned in, and the crowds that have been at games.
Yes,
it has been mind-boggling for a lot of people. It was like, wow, I didn't think it was going to be this big. But wait for it. I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, you look at the crowd response. You look at the arena. I know the games are on YouTube. I think there's and I've been the ones I've seen on YouTube. It's been a pretty good reaction and crowd response, right? Yeah.
Packed. Yeah, packed. But it's almost because I think the price point for people and families to get in there. I've noticed a lot of families, which is good. That everybody can get in there and watch a game.
Yeah, we've seen it from the Olympics. From the Olympics, we've seen it from junior. The women, they play hockey at a very high level. It's getting to the point like soccer.
Level. It's just it used to be. Remember, it used to be back back in the day where there was always win.
Yeah.
U.S. Man, into the U.S. battling for women's hockey, and now the international teams have stepped up, and it's getting bigger.
Yep, it's getting bigger, no
bigger
doubt.
than what it was.
Yep.
And battles are not. Look at the U.S. The U.S. gets battled. Canada gets battled. Sweden's starting to play.
Yeah.
Finland's starting to get some teams. The Czechs. So definitely women's hockey's on the rise.
Definitely on the rise. All right, Rod. Have yourself a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. They tried way back when. Remember Manon Rayom when she played with Tampa?
That's right, the goalie.
With the first woman goalie.
Yes.
And Manon Rayom was her name. She played women's goalie. She did play a little bit. She popped on the ice. She didn't play long, but I know she set the record first women's goalie in the NHL, and she tried. So and maybe one day they're trying to bring it back. I remember back in the I'm going to say 90s. Was Manon Rayom when she popped out, but yeah, they tried with women's hockey. But I was all good when everybody crushes the books tonight.
Crush the books.
Get that money.
Absolutely. Get it, indeed. All right, Zawacky here on the drive through. Guys, we'll get the recap for you before we get to my play here. And then we'll just do the recap and I'll give you the reasons why. My game starts a little later, so let's get to the recap in for tonight. All right, Alex with on 76ers plus 3.5 against the Warriors. Tony Brown says Kelsey anytime touchdown plus 105. Shane was on Kansas State, laid the 3 against Oklahoma. Wayne was on the Knicks, now laying 3 here against the Jazz. Rod's on Kraken puck line. I'll lay the 1.5 here, plus 110 against the Sharks. I'll be on Michigan here, plus 12 here against Michigan State. The one I like the most on these here, let's see here. I know that Kansas State looks to me like the best one of them all that was given out in this game. I think that's the one I'll be looking at there is the Kansas State play there from our man Shane tonight here on the show. I don't think I can get there with any of the other ones. Let me double check here. My numbers. Nope. We'll look at that one there in that spot. Someone thought the NBA. I think the 6 there with the Bulls. Looking at it right now, it's a non-premium play for me. There would be the way to roll here. I'm sorry. To take the 6 with Toronto. The one I would lean of the Blaze. I have 2 premiums up on the board right now. Not involved in that Toronto game, but of the free plays here on the board, I would say 6 there with the Toronto Raptors. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We got my pick coming up here right now. We did say we like. We're going to go ahead and take the Michigan Wolverines here. We're going to go ahead and take the 12 in this game here against Michigan State in this spot. Rivalry game here between these two. Michigan's pretty much held their own in the glass in conference play. Michigan State has struggled on the glass offensively in the Big Ten. They've been really weak scoring and defending inside against the conference. They make just 73% at the free throw line against the Big Ten. Past 5 games, Michigan State shooting just 43%. We'll take the 12 tonight here in this rivalry game. We'll take 12 here with Michigan. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge. We've got a best bet here from the NBA as well as single on the board. 2 NBA plays on the board. Get on board my long-term pass, my 3-7 or 30-day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period to select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add a multi-capper promotion there. Even greater value there with the multi-capper promotion. So get signed up. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Now's the time where you guys give us your best bets of the day. Put them in the chat, and we'll read them out here after I close the show. This will do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Bring our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat plays, go their plays in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show live here at during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. You got Chris, you got Jay. Of course, you got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show. Of course, Mitch's roundtable discussions with the professionals. Jay's Jam Session NBA. Also, Chris with his NHL wraparound. Also, we got A to Z coverage, NHL, every game on the board with Rod Zawacky and his parlay video. We got Nick Mickle with his first half and NBA. Also, we got Wayne with his video series with his boxing. We also have Ron Romanelli, bank shot breakdown from college basketball plays for you. Mills with the UFC and prop shot videos for you here every day on the prop shop. Also, we've got Brad Francis's parlay video for you. We got Against the Public Betting with Dana Lane. All access from our man Big Al McMorty. Sharp train plays with Costi. The contrarian picks from Brian Bittler here on the channel as well. So lots and lots of content, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so when these videos drop, you get them here right away in real time. So lots of content here on the Drive-Thru. with all our great video series. All right, let's take a look at the chat here from your best bets. Ron Crawford coming with the 76ers plus 3.5 tonight. In this one, the doubles likes Florida, Kentucky tomorrow's total here. Florida, Kentucky total tomorrow at 171.5. Is it over under their doubles? Let's see here. I think Ramon likes the Knicks tonight. I think that was his pick today here on the show. What else do we have here? Syracuse from doubles. Syracuse plus 4 in there from doubles. Ron Crawford plus 3.5. Philadelphia, as we said. Ramon likes the Knicks here at that discount price down to -3. Solo likes Scotty Barnes over 23.5 points from Solo. Rich K coming in with the Knicks -3. Blake also in with the Knicks. Looks like the Knicks a very popular pick from the chat room today as well. Let's see here. Henry Alfred likes Warriors here, lay 3.5. Indiana plus 7.5. Lakers plus 6. Utah plus 3. Chicago laying the 6 tonight here from Henry Alfred in with his picks. Also, who do we have today here? Release the Kraken. Let's see. Kraken puck line, Raven Ron. Carlin Alara likes North Carolina and the Lakers at plus 6 today. J-Man with the Pacers plus 8 and Lakers money line coming in here under 226. Bulls Raptors with the J-Man. J-Man coming in with some action today. Saturn likes Jazz money line tonight with his pick. Also, let's see here. Jazz plus 1.5 Raven Ron. There you go. Matt D. Kelsey, 2 touchdowns in there. And Raven Ron, let's see, 49ers -2. I bet with Mahomes, 49ers -2 there. Raven Ron there with his pick tonight. All right, guys, we got all your picks in here in the show, so appreciate everybody's. He's still researching. Okay, Double's still researching that Florida-Kentucky game, I believe. That is when he is researching. Okay, he just made a note on that line there. Okay, so that's going to do it here. I think we got everybody's plays for tonight. That's going to do it for the show. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Let's